This is a story we've talked about earlier in the show. In fact, we had a debate on it, but it's still remarkable and worth talking about. A middle schooler will now have a drug charge on his permanent school record. A drug charge. What did he do? He snorted Smarties. No, that's not a euphemism for a brand new narcotic. Smarties are the candies you remember from childhood Halloweens, and they're non-narcotic.
So is he just being silly, or was he doing drugs and violating the drug and alcohol policy of the school? Here's how it reads. Dangerous controlled substances prohibited by law, alcoholic beverages, hallucinogenic substances, and inhalants.
And so we had a couple of smart lawyers debating that, Licia Giovanazzi and Eric Guster this morning. Let's hear their debate, and then we'll hear from you what you had to say.
A ridiculous charge. Obviously, you can't be charged with possession of drugs if there are no drugs. And a school can't unilaterally just change the law. I mean, this is a Smartie. It's a piece of candy, and it's not illegal.
Inhalants is a category of drugs. The school needs to address it because children do a lot of things such as inhale nail polish, deodorant, aerosols to get high, which they're not drugs that you can go down to your local drugstore and buy, or your local Walmart and buy, and these things get them high, which can kill a kid.
But nobody's making the obvious point, which is snorting Smarties is its own punishment. I mean, this kid snorted. Can you imagine? Yeah,
but you know, there's real legal issues there. Is that an inhalant? Is that a drug? It's not a drug. It is an inhalant. Are we simulating drug use? We get upset when people simulate sex, when they simulate violence in that kind of setting. So what kind of message are we setting? And are you saying to younger kids, well, look at this. It's okay to inhale a candy as if it's a substitute for drugs. Clearly, there shouldn't be a drug charge on this child's record. But at the same time, you can't have kids snorting candy or stuffing Tootsie Rolls up their nose at school. There has to be a signal.
But I think it's so unpleasant. And again, I'm just extrapolating here, but I think it's got to be so awful, the experience.
I think it's physically harmful.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think we're going to have a nationwide epidemic of Smartie snorting.
A guidance counselor.
What do you say at home? Lori on Facebook, charging a middle school student with a drug charge for snorting Smarties. The administration of that school district needs to be fired, and people with common sense put in place. Stop the insanity.
And Peggy on Facebook says kids are snorting Smarties to get a quick high. The kid should be in trouble. Is it okay for kids to huff aerosols at school? Of course not.
Jeffrey writes this: he needs to be educated on the dangers of snorting anything, not charged. I don't know. Anybody who would snort Smarties may be beyond education as we understand.
Yeah, but one of the viewers is saying that there is a harmful effect and that it has some high.
Well, it's so dumb. Really? It has some high?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't like it. I just don't like it. I don't think we make a drug felon out of the kid, but at the same time, a signal's got to go out. You can't do that.
Yeah, I bet all the other kids are laughing at him.
Yeah, tell them not to do it. Have them talk to a guidance counselor, see if there's an issue going on at home or something. But
hope so.
It's ridiculous. All right.